so far. Okay. Let me turn down my volume real quick. Okay. I want to try to get this done tonight because obviously I've been trying to get it done for a while and I haven't had a chance. And honestly, it's been a very hectic, busy holiday season when it comes to family and stuff, so it's a big reason why stuff keeps taking forever to get done, whether it's video projects for my gaming channel, or my art stuff in general, which, speaking of art, give me a second, Hello, Mom. Give me a second. Hey, B, welcome in. Give me just a second. I'm just super... Yeah. How are you? I am good. Let me pen this. Just tired. And just got home a little bit ago with Dad and a friend of his. And we went to go eat from Olive Garden, which was really nice. Haven't had Olive Garden in forever. Had some soup, and spaghetti. And I ate the soup and only ate half of the spaghetti. I know, wasteful, but not, my stomach gave out on me, so. It's not my fault, okay? I'll have to reheat it and eat it later. Maybe. So yeah. Also, give me just a second. I need to look at the... I'm doing good. That's good to hear. That's great to hear. And yes, the soup is amazing. And earlier today, because I know Dad likes to watch a couple channels, and there's a couple that he watches, and one of them, I stopped in there for a second, while they were streaming, and it's pretty cool. And also, hello, chicken. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, good sir. Hello, good sir. Yes. Hello. Give me just a second. I'm looking for a reference photo for my art piece, because I had one I was basing it on, and then I think I lost the photo for some reason. Hold on. Trying to find it. How was everyone's day going? Sorry, it's taking me a second. Hi, Android. Welcome in. I'm looking for my reference piece real quick. I'm trying to find it. I thought I saved it on my phone, but for some reason, I think it's probably in my bookmarks. Give me just a second. Hold on. God darn it. Bookmarks real quick. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat, but, you know, I'm trying to find my reference photo. I thought I saved it for some stupid reason. It's not here. but hopefully everyone is having a good night or morning or whatever it is for you in the world right now. There. Okay, Hot Toys Collectibles. Let me just go to the media. Sometimes I like to base my stuff off of like toys or some of my illustrations off of like toys or figurines or things that I can find in house. Not all the time, but like for some things I can get like a pose that I can do myself, and then like I can find a toy with the same pose to get like the oh, it's 10:01 where you are. Yeah, it's similar time frame for me, about like 10:02. So weird. I can't find my reference photo. Give me a second. I'll check chat here in just a second. Give me just a second. I thought I saved the damn thing. Also, the weirdest part was when I went in that chat. One of the people thought I was like a minor. And I was like, I had to clarify. I was like, hey, no, I'm 22. just because of like the content, like the way my voice sounds, I sound younger than I actually am. But I am definitely not a minor. I wish I was younger. I wish. That'd be nice. I wish I could reverse my age. That'd be so great. But sadly, no. But no, yeah, okay, I'm looking for it. Hold on, give me a second. Joker, statue, Heath Ledger. Also, give me just a second, I'll check chat in just a second. Okay, there's the photo. Okay, that's better. Okay. What did I miss? I saw Android's comment. When I get my headphones start streaming on YouTube, will you be tuning in? I will try. I'm not very good at keeping up with people's channels, friends and stuff. But I'm trying to be better about it. The main thing for me is like schedule. Because like sometimes like I wish. I wonder if I have it saved. Do I have it downloaded and saved? Please tell me I have it in my downloads. Also, let me delete these. Hold on. Let me get to my downloads real quick. I wonder. Give me just a second. Because I can't use the Google image because sometimes it won't let me zoom in the way I want to. It likes to, it's super annoying that it does that shit. For the love of. Alright. Give me a second. I'll just screenshot the damn thing. And this way I can save it that way. Alright. Hold on. Problem solved. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now I have the reference photo. So I can zoom in wherever I need to. Okay. So, yeah, hold on. It wouldn't be a toll around the first seller. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I haven't been really paying attention to chat. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to, you know. And yeah, it's fine. You know, take your time, do whatever you need to do, all that jazz, whatever. My thing is right now outside of the Christmas video, which you guys can see up top where I have it linked. That is the newest video on the gaming channel. You guys can check that out. The thing is right now, I'm kind of like, I'm gonna be taking a bit of a slow, like, because it's the holiday season, and also for my own mental health and stress, I'm kind of like slowing down on the videos and stuff that I need to do just a little bit. Yeah, I know you did, which I appreciate. And if you want to share it on your Facebook and stuff, that's fine. It did mean a lot. I think the next time, if next time around Christmas, I'm hoping that if like stuff is sent, they can actually be in like boxes or like Christmas present boxes, so where I can probably do like a unboxing video or something, and stuff like that. All right. But what was it I was gonna say? I do. Now this is, and I wanted to get people, because you guys are in the chat. I wanted to get some opinions on this because this is something. I'm working on a video. Or I'm working on a couple videos right now, but one of them is for a God of War remake thing, and like some of it's been recorded, some of it's been like 50-50 because I've been doing like multiple takes and sometimes occasional tweaks, rewrites, add-ons, and stuff like that. And of course, Dad doesn't know anything about God of War, so he's no help, but sometimes I'll ask him for some things to understand stuff, and he doesn't get it, so... and some friends, sometimes I'll ask them, but I wanted to see... Because I know that remakes change stuff up, right? They sometimes add on to the formula, and then sometimes they tweak. And also, when it comes to the stream, I wanted to apologize beforehand with the fan. I know it's blowing, it's loud, it's annoying, and it's like a giant air conditioning unit, but I get relatively hot relatively easily, so I would just play like some type of music to drown it out, but copyright is a bitch, so I can't do much about that. So yeah, and that's another thing I kind of want to I kind of want to figure out a different way of doing videos, because I do want to do, like, at least with the gaming channel, there are some videos that I want to do that are like collab stuff, and even not just with friends, but also like with family, and like funny little small videos, like almost Vanoss Crew style, but like tamer, because of course family and stuff. And this is something that I've been debating with and messing around with the idea for a bit, and I wanted to pitch it, or not really pitch it, but like see what people would think about it, about videos like more, not really on the, like kind of tame, but like 50-50, where if you guys recall on the gaming channel, I've done like videos where it's like funny little stuff with friends, like the old Call of Duty videos I did a long while back, or Minecraft, like a pranking video I did, stuff like that. I wanted to do a little bit of occasionally, but more like not just doing that, but occasionally doing walkthroughs with people, so I'm not doing them on my own. Because like the ones I do on my, it gets kind of boring to do it on my own. Yes, it's simple to put out. I just, dub over my gameplay and stuff. But it's also nice to have like a recording partner or somebody there. And I kind of wanted to, how should I say this? I wanted to kind of like test the waters and find different people, and or maybe sometimes even invite you guys in some way to like pick a game series, pick whatever on it, or pick a particular subject or whatever, and do something on one of the gaming channel or the art channel. Because, like, I would like to also do more content over there, but yes, yes, that would be nice, to do something with Sis, yes, but the thing is, I don't, it takes me a really long time to, render and edit because I'm doing a lot of stuff on my own. So I kind of want to change that a little bit, where I need to change that a little bit to where it's a little bit easier and I'm not the only one editing videos anymore. Because that's one thing I want to kind of do. Because here's the biggest issue when it comes to like the channel, and like I know some people, and it's easier because some of the people that my dad watches, and then some of the people that, you know, sometimes I see the same thing as well, but basically some YouTubers just upload whatever, they don't give a shit about the quality, put it out, fuck it. But sometimes they do edit occasionally, but most of the time you just see them edit, you know, like not really edit, but they don't always edit stuff. I spend a little too long in the editing stage, and that's a big reason why it takes forever for videos to come out. And for me, I want to eventually find a way to like mitigate that a little bit, where I'm less in the editing stage and more getting more content out on a consistent basis, but also getting content out that I'm proud of and happy with. Because I feel like as great as it is doing the content and stuff, it's incredibly draining to do everything all at once, because I have videos to make, and if I don't get those videos done, it, you know, is whatever. And then also I have art projects I need to do, like so on, and then those take up a lot of time just as much as videos do. And that puts me in kind of like a stalemate of what should I prioritize. And I kind of want to find a way of like maybe changing my approach to some things, because the way I have, it has gotten easier now that I do have a PC and a computer, to where when it comes to videos, I can download whatever I need to from like Discord or from this channel, like video clips that I need. I can just publish them unlisted, download them like that, and it makes my life easier. That's fine. But the biggest thing that slows a lot of that down is the fact that I'm having to do it, and kind of like it takes a while. Now, not to say that it isn't like it's bad, but when you're doing it yourself, it takes a lot longer than it is for somebody else. The only issue that with me is that if it's somebody else doing it, I'm very much a perfectionist, and I'm also I'm very much like, I have a certain way that I approach a video, and I don't like it when it's not done that way. But, you know, that's just how it is. But moving a little bit away from like this subject, my leg. I was looking at something interesting today that I did see that kind of was very interesting. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. There was this, I think it was like something I may have saw on Twitter, but I'm not for certain. It was, oh yeah, it was there was some type of clip, not clip, but this quote from comedian Rob Schneider, and I I don't know what it is, and this is something like I don't like getting into too many controversial things on like streaming and whatever. And this I just want to say this, and I'll drop it. He said something that kind of like I kind of annoyed me, and but it was also funny to see another actor kind of call him out a little bit in his own way, and I kind of like chimed in. And I kind of was like, "Ooh, can I tell him? Can I tell him, please? Because I actually have autism." Because they basically said, and this is what was funny, and somebody else was pretty cool too, but it was basically they said something pretty stupid and said if autism has always been with us and the intentional lazy excuses that there's better diagnosis now, well then where are the old why were they all hiding all the old autistic people? Really? Really? I don't know if it was meant as a comedic thing, but it's just like, what the absolute hell? Not only does it make no sense, first of all, but second of all, I think my response to it was pretty brilliant. Cause I saw Cudless's response. He's like, "Who's gonna tell him?" And I said, "Thank you, Cudless. Let me, cause I actually have autism, and this annoyed me. Just cause why? Just why?" And my response, cause I quote tweeted what he said, and I said, what was it I said? I said, hold on, let me find my quote tweet. I said, "Rob, I was born with high function autism, and I have a little brother that has it, and I know people that have it. Hell, my biological father has it, but he wasn't diagnosed. It can run in a family, and his brother's kids that are like certain have it. So if we're going to talk about autism, some people can go their whole lives don't even know they have it. I've seen people I've seen people that do, and even YouTubers and other stuff, and also a big YouTuber and a friend." Also chimed in, Degenerate J. He's awesome. He's cool. He basically kind of not only agreed with what I said, he kind of responded as well on Twitter. He's like, "Also worth noting, unlike the 70s or 80s, countries shove people with any kind of mental difference into an asylum, and a lot of the really older homeless people we've seen now exist because they shut those ended up on the streets, so I don't know what his argument is." And I was like, exactly. It's like, what are you gonna, like, the most stupidest thing you can say to somebody, because of like like when you look at the history and stuff. Not Jay, but also the what's called. So this is history. Huh? I can't read that, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. I wish I could read that because of my dyslexia. I suck at reading that. Doesn't mean to be offensive, but curious. Oh, in the 1970s they put, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it means it runs in the yeah, exactly. It can run in the family, but not only that, it also is just like not just a genetical thing, but it's also a brain thing as well. And like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I personally, like, I have it, and without it, like, I always, when I was younger, I always viewed it as like a bit of a curse. Because why couldn't I be normal? Why was I different than everybody else? Why did I have so many problems? But now I've kind of grown a bit of self-acceptance of it and stuff like that. But I've also gotten a bigger heart because of the fact that I've been around and seen the stuff with what my dad does for work, with working with people and adults with, whatever, stuff. And for me, that's like, I feel that I didn't know you had it until you told me on stream. Yeah, exactly. I have autism, I have ADHD and stuff, so Exactly. Mom, exactly. I don't understand like a lot of like this some of the I don't get why a lot of the time they're pushing this thing of like acting like it some things have never came out until now. It's like, really? Are we really gonna go that route? Also, Jay's response, Degenerate Jay, Chicken knows who this is because, you know, Chicken found my streams through him. So, you know, Chicken knows who Jay is. I will say, you know, Jay's response to it was pretty chill, but also kind of like direct. And he wasn't like mean towards me. He was kind of like to the what Rob Snyder was saying. Yes, he did. I'm just annoyed at these people to make the autism. Yeah, this is really ruining the film. And yes, it does. Yeah. But yeah, he knows who Degenerate Jay is. Jay's awesome. I'm actually in his server. I don't interact much with many people in there. I wish I did, but I just kind of keep to myself and kind of avoid everyone. Which I've been doing a lot of lately, occasionally. But yeah, I stuck around. Yes. Cause yeah, you found me through him, and that was awesome. But the thing is, his response was pretty chill about it. Like it was kind of like he saw the quote tweet and stuff. And I think Jay does like I think he did a video and he was talking about his own mental health and but also his and other stuff, and I think he said like he actually had autism himself, which is, you know, it's pretty relatable that, you know, everybody, you know, people are human, they all have their stuff, you know, so I guess that's what makes it relatively, you know, interesting to see, you know, like the relatability of like people and stuff. But trying to get this Joker done today or tonight or whatever. I've been trying to get it done for the last couple weeks, and I just keep like doing like little bits on it and then like dropping it 5 minutes later to work on videos. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. Also, there are a couple videos that. Do you ever talk to yourself? Only sometimes when I'm frustrated, or if I need to remind myself of something, or to stay calm. That's the only times I ever really do that. But also on a different note, and this is something I wanted to. Hold on, God darn it. Mute that. I wanted to get, and I don't know how to put a vote in the chat. And this is something I wanted to ask, you know, because I don't know if there's any God of War fans out there, or because if I have any, for God of War remake, should they stick with a fixed camera? Or should they tweak the camera style, not go to like the camera style of 2018 and Ragnarok, but like if the game is returning to its hack and slash roots, right? Should they kind of like pull a camera style that works, that's pulled from said hack and slash games recently? Also, you want to know something funny on a different note, and this is gonna be funny. This kind of was really funny to me, and I know the person's name. But basically today I saw this response, and maybe the way I came off was a bit rude, but with the comment itself, it was on the what's it called, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit because it was like, because they said, you know, you should definitely make a video so I can edit this scene, and I was kind of annoyed by it. It was like, why don't you just download it yourself, because like you can get the clip somewhere, there are ways of like finding footage without taking from somebody else. It just kind of was weird. And I think I said as much, and I said, you know, you could just download, like, get the clip somewhere or download it. And I saw somebody, they responded, and they basically said, what was it? They kind of said, bro, why are you gonna be mean about it or blah, blah, blah. And then kind of, like, insulted me and said, like, you're not that big to blah, something, something. And I kind of, it kind of was funny because, like, this is coming from someone, and I don't like doing this, and I don't like being a jackass, but it was ironic that they gave me shit for not having, like they were saying I'm not that big, which I don't care. That's not, like, what I'm about. I don't care how big I am. But you're gonna give me crap for that, and yet it shows you have 2 videos, but they're hidden, first of all. And second of all, you got only, like... yeah. And second of all, you only have, like, 1 sub. And I don't like doing that comparison, well, I'm bigger than they are, or shit like that. That's an asshole thing to do. And I don't like doing that. And I'm not trying to put them down. But if you're going to misjudge the way someone's saying something, that's one thing. But it's also another thing to try to come at them in a jackass manner, because they even had the audacity to go in and, like, you only get 1 or 2 comments on your videos or whatever. It's like, well, first of all, if you do your research, even big YouTubers like the Gaming Terrorizer and stuff, even when they were doing Nogla and Terrorizer Reacts, they said with videos sometimes you're more likely going to get more views than comments. Yeah, 5,000 people. Yeah, but not every one of them comments. And I understand that because that's a part of YouTube. Yeah, people take stuff out of context. Yeah. I was basically, and the thing is, they were trying to say I was being mean to the guy, and I was like, that's not exactly what I was doing, and I just banned them at that point, because, like, yeah, I didn't even want to hear their response, because I was like, I don't need the drama, and I don't need the bullshit, but basically, what the thing is that they said, and it was the funniest thing, is that they tried to, like, say, you know, I'm not even that big, okay, that's the first thing you got wrong. The second thing is, like they said about, like, you know, like, with videos, you only get, like, only a couple of them, or you don't even have too many good videos or whatever, and, like, nobody commented on them, which, how low did they go? I think they just, like, said, it was like only, it wasn't a big paragraph, but it was like a small little message, and it was like, yeah, exactly, we're, like, I'm not, like, Jacksepticeye or Mr. Beast. I don't want to be. Like, I'm just doing YouTube for fun. You know, none of it is really meant to, be this massive, grandiose thing of, like, when it comes to content. It's like, crack knuckles. It's, and it didn't really offend me as much. It was more just kind of like, it felt weird because, like one, like, you're basically, and the funniest thing is that their name was Sigma Popcorn 456, I think. I don't know. I don't care anyways, you know. I don't like, you know, running. I'm not saying this to, like, give them crap or shout them out to be a jerk. And their, like, thing was, like, JJ or whatever. But they basically, you're going to give me crap about, you know, exactly. You're going to give me crap about not being big when you're not big yourself, first of all. Second of all, you're, like, I don't want to be a bully here. I don't want to be that asshole. Exactly. His name is Sigma. Really? Really? It's like, I feel like if you're going to give someone shit, at least don't have a name that is basically squeaker level memes. For God's sakes. That would be nice. Like, that's pretty much what it was. It's just squeaker level memes. Like, and what's funny is, like, they had to go onto my channel to look at my videos to see, like, why you don't, to come up with, like, a little smart, like, remark about, like, you don't get too many comments. Not everyone wants to comment on a video, though. Like, some people just watch it and don't comment. Like, not every, it's like a lot of the shorts, it's the same way. Exactly. And it's just the funniest thing to me because, like, I'm watching. I'm looking at his comment, and it's like I did respond, and I eventually deleted my responses because, like, I felt like, one, why is this worth it? Why do I need to respond? I should just ban him and say fuck it. But I also felt kind of like, well, he is entitled to his opinion, but the thing is, how are you going to take what I said as mean? Like, being mean to one singular comment. Dude, there's a lot of times where I'm just an ass to assholes in the comment section. You know how many fucking comments I've had to sit through and read from the Supergirl and Jimmy Olsen shorts for My Adventures with Superman, and the amount of comments, just the amount of comments, hold on, the amount of comments that are just bitching because Jimmy Olsen is black is fucking ridiculous. I have had to sit through the most racist comments like Mud Monkey and shit and other crap, and I've had to delete. Like, I really just want to sit there and point out, if I wanted to be an asshole to anybody in the comment section, I would, instead of deleting those comments, I would just be an asshole to them. But most of the time, I don't usually respond to everything unless I feel like I should, or boot the ass. Yes, exactly. Because I feel like the really racist comments, I would be a fucking dickhead to. Because it's like, it's gotten ridiculous, man. The amount of people just bitching because Jimmy Olsen is black, it's fucking god tier deplorable. Like, it makes me just want to die. Like, figuratively inside. Because, like, it's a different universe, first of all. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we're just bitching because, you know, like, it's like everyone wants to throw the woke thing crap out and other shit. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, it is so goddamn dumb. Like, I wouldn't have as much of a problem if, like, people would, you know, it just gets kind of ridiculous. And I don't get it. Like, these are the people that are bitching and finding any way to just be dickheads. Like, don't you guys got nothing better to do, you know? I look at those comments sometimes, and it's just like, I'm just sitting there like, why? Why am I reading this shit? Why do they just, like, they leave, and here's what's funny. Well, that's true, But it's funny that they want the guy complains that I don't get many comments on videos. Well, the thing is, the only time people want to comment is when it's something they hate. And most of the time, it's to say some very deplorable shit. Like, most of the time, that's the amount of... I get a lot of positive comments, and just a lot of the same comment, especially on the Supergirl shorts of, like, what is this show? What is this show? That's another thing. I don't want to be an ass here, and I don't want to complain, but if you would look at the damn tags, and if you read the goddamn title, you would know what the show is. Like, exactly. I guess I just... That's just a thing that annoys me a little. That's true. Well, sometimes I don't read either. Occasionally, because of dyslexia and stuff, but yes. I actually did try to... This is something me and Dad were talking about, or, you know, adoptive. He was, that's true. He was talking, I know. He was asking me about, like, if it's possible to, like, do stuff with just pictures for a video without, like, editing them in CapCut the way I do some editing for videos. And because he wanted to do something at some point with the account that he has, that isn't really his. It is. I don't want to go into detail about it. It's more it's basically a part of something, you know, that they used to do when it comes to train stuff, and that's all I'll say. But the thing is, he wanted to do something with it at some point, and I wanted to, like, I said it is possible to do shorts with just pictures, but the thing is, you have to agree to let YouTube, you know, have access to your gallery, and also, but the thing is, you have to be careful what pictures you're selecting, because you can also put personal pictures out there and stuff, and whatever. And he was like, okay, so it's like, he was like 50-50 on it now, and I'm like, well, you asked me, I can help. It's not, like, impossible. It's just difficult with all the changes that they've been implementing, especially the AI shit. I'm gonna say it right now, and this is something I want to say. The AI monetization tool shit that they're adding is getting fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. I won't say anything more than that. It's dumb. We don't need more AI, okay? This is getting fucking ridiculous. Let's solve the problem of not having human people watching shit and monitoring shit by having a machine do it. I got a subject I want to talk. All right, what do you want to talk about? What is on the list? Is that so? Go right ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. And also, the thing is that not all the time is the algorithm gonna push videos immediately. Like, even shorts and stuff, like, sometimes it's not gonna always push videos. Like, sometimes it will, and then sometimes it won't. Even like the Stranger Things videos I've put out recently, some of them aren't doing as well, and that's perfectly fine. They don't always do well. Like, plus it's copyrighted stuff, so I also need to be careful, because I don't want to get a copyright strike, from doing anything with the copyrighted stuff. Because, you know, you know, how a video sometimes swearing will get age restricted, but a woman, I don't know. It's funny you bring that up, because an old, I don't know if it was unlisted or whatever, but there was an old video I did of an Uno thing with a friend a long time ago that got age restricted. I got an email from YouTube earlier today about it, and it made me kind of laugh, because I think the video was like unlisted anyways, but I'm not for certain. But yeah, I don't know why on that one. I have no answer or response. Believe me, if I did, it would be relatively interesting. No comment. No comment. Trying to think. Yeah. I will say, I have had a lot of trouble rewriting or like writing the what's the word? The freaking God of War video. Like, I have rewrote that video or tweaked it so many damn times. It's just ridiculous. Because every time I go through the script and like what I want to do with it, I keep hitting these roadblocks. No pun intended. Because like the original God of War is one of those games that, you know, is incredibly violent, incredibly what's the word? It's incredibly adult, right? And the thing is that that's something that I feel like we don't want to lose with the game, right? But the other thing is that a lot of people want a God of War remake, but they want it to be as close as they can to the original, right? And I was looking at the original and I'm like, there's a lot here that can still work, but there's also a lot that I feel like they can add that would make the game even better as well. Because, like, looking closer at some of the core ideas or whatever, I feel like, at least for me, and this is stupid, but I feel like there are things that the game could add that would make sense. And this is probably just, you know... Yes, I do. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm at a point now where I don't give a royal fuck. Okay? Simple as that. I keep rewriting and tweaking the God of War video, and the thing is with it that annoys me is that I have, like, once I have, like, everything at the beginning, I don't have an issue with. It's when I actually go in and, like, well, how could they, like, how could a remake work, is when I start having problems. Because a remake itself, I feel like God of War 1 on a story front is already kind of solid. Does it have some issues? I need to actually play God of War 1. Like, I need to, like, do some research on it a little bit and actually play the original, because I never actually sat down and fully played it. I only got a little... I only got so far before, you know... Because I think I, like, played it when I was still... I think I was game sharing with a friend, and, it had it with, whatever, and I fucking played it a little bit, and then couldn't play it again, because, like, some other stuff, so I didn't have time to, or not really have time, but I didn't have a chance to do more. And that's the thing, I wish, and this is me, I wish I did. I need to actually go back and actually play it. And I did something recently, because, you know, Dad wouldn't do it. I kept asking him, so I just said screw it, and I did it myself, and I hurt my back. But I re-hooked up my PlayStation 3 to my old television. So I'm hoping, because I think I have a bit of money left, I might have to, like, clear whatever is in the, what is it? The cart, at least on the PS3, and look and see how much God of War 1 is, and I might get it digitally so I can play it. I would like to get a physical copy, maybe, but, like, I'm not going to any places around here, and knowing the library, I could get it from there, but getting it back in time would be a pain, so I'm gonna try to see how much it is on the PlayStation 3 store later on, and see if I can actually get it. Because I've been meaning to try out the original God of War anyways, and I want to do it, like, play it similar to what I did with Arkham Origins for, like, some research, and this way I can make notes and, like, figure out a good way of, like, approaching, like, I have bits of the first half of the video kind of, like, figured out. Like, I think I had a good balance of what I wanted. The issue that I kept having is when I got to the later parts and then I wanted to re-record, I kept hitting these, like, roadblocks, and, like, I really didn't know the best way to approach a remake of the original because, like, of a little bit of knowledge gaps and only seen some footage of it. I never actually played it. The only God of War Classic game I played was the remaster of 3. And playing the 2018 games don't count. So I was like, I need to actually play the original before I even talk about it. Because I'm going to look really fucking stupid talking about something that I don't have too much prior knowledge of. And especially when it comes to like how you would translate the combat of God of War in a modern sense. Like the first draft I did, I was like looking at it from this angle of like, okay, let's return to the hack and slash formula. Like, because it is a remake of the original is a hack and slash. I don't think we should have a remake and it has the control scheme and the gameplay style of 2018 and Ragnarok. I feel like that would piss off a lot of old school players that miss that style, that original feel of God of War, you know, in general. So I was like going through and I was like, I think I rewrote like a bunch of notes or like re-recorded I think around 5 different times, and I have the unlisted test recordings on here, just unlisted, and I fucking hate them, because I don't like what I had down, because I felt like it just didn't work, you know, because I like the original God of War. I've seen bits of it. I think it's a great game. I never played the original. I just played bits of it because of like the PS Plus whatever. And it ran decent. It kind of had its moments where I was like, okay, what the fuck? So I want to for the remake video, go in and play the original, so I can like make a bet, like actually script the video, because I want to start trying to script the videos. I feel like me kind of like going off of what's the word, going and improvising or improving most of like the audio has gotten me so far, but like it has a couple faults, and I want to kind of start trying to change that, where I kind of want to make some type of script or some type of notes, and for me personally, I suck at script writing. So I'm gonna try to talk to a friend of mine to see if he can I might send him, I'm gonna have to find a way to like take the God of War video in its like basic form. Well, I can't see it. Let me show all messages. I just made a message with emojis. Oh, good for you. And I'm gonna have to like send him like the basic version of the video. Ha ha ha. Now. And see if I can get his help or on it a little bit. And also, I know that Miz did message me about like a Resident Evil stream again, doing another one, going through Resident Evil 1. I do want to do that again. I also do want to do like a Resident Evil walkthrough, or the Resident Evil 9 walkthrough series, which I've recorded part 1. I just need to do the thumbnail for it, which making my own thumbnail sucks. I fucking hate drawing my own damn thumbnails, because it takes me forever to do any basic art project. Drawing my own thumbnails is basically like doing, basically doing that again, or basically doing like drawing my own thumbnails is basically like doing my own art projects. And I don't dislike it completely. It just is very fucking time consuming. It's so fucking time consuming. It pisses me off because I love doing art. I love doing thumbnails sometimes, but just like art projects, it takes me like 5 to fucking 3 days or even a week to get the damn thing done. That's the big reason why the fucking Cerberus isn't done, because it takes forever. And it also is like, depending on the way it's supposed to be drawn or the way it's supposed to look or this or that, it's a pain in the goddamn ass. It's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry, it frustrates the ever-living hell out of me, because I wish I knew an easier way of doing shit. And I don't. And it annoys me. Would you like it if Nero got a new weapon? If he got a new weapon in Devil May Cry 6, I kind of wouldn't mind. I feel like he needs something else anyways to add on to his moveset. But yeah. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where, I don't know. Would you say that Virgil needs a new sword? Virgil needs a new set of weapons in general. Like, if I don't mind that he has the Yamato and stuff, that's fine. I feel like he needs some new devil arms or a new weapons in general. I argue that him having the same set of weapons also. Here's another thing. The laziness of his kit in Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition still pisses me the fuck off. It still pisses me the fuck off for a multitude of reasons. And the first one is obviously the fact that they gave him the exact same weapons that he had from 3 and 4. And then, and to insult me a little bit further, one of them is just a fucking, summon sword that's been retitled, and it makes no goddamn sense. So yeah, there's that. Also, the overuse of Beowulf and Forsage and yeah, exactly. Just a genuine question there. If she's here. If she went to bed, that's fine. Okay, I was just making sure. You're quiet, so I was just making sure you were alright. I know I know I kind of want to, how is she, by the way? She don't really respond to me too much. I know I mess with her, but I hope I don't, like, piss her off a little bit. Yeah, I don't hear from her that much either. I teased her this morning. But, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Shut up. I need to, like, darken elements of this and, like, add the wrinkles. I'm doing, like, the next part of the jacket. Yeah, she's okay, just busy. Oh, that's good. I'm glad she's coming home soon. So that's a plus. I'll have to see, if, I can try to get her help with something. What would you like Virgil to have? Well, a lot of things, but you're gonna have to find that out when I inevitably do my Virgil DLC ideas video, which I have been working on for a bit. I do have a thumbnail for it figured out, and I am going to be crediting some people when it comes to, like, the freaking art that's in the thumbnail and also in the video. I will be crediting some people there too, but on the new weapons and shit, well, you're gonna have to find out when that video at some point drops. So, yeah. I will just say that I want to make it. Tell me! Not gonna happen. And can't spoil it. I might tease it a little bit. Maybe I'll tease it in the Discord. I might tease. I'll tease one of the weapons. How about that? I'll tease one of the weapons later in the Discord for the video. Alright. I will tease it. All I will say is because Virgil is a very elegant and also strategic and quicker fighter and stuff. I think I will be pulling an idea of a very mixed weapon that kind of changes up his moveset just a little bit, that kind of pulls from that idea, and also pulls from the Japanese style that he has because of the samurai sword, the Yamato. That is one thing I will say about one of the new weapons that I'm going to add to him. is basically, I don't know what that is, but maybe the name, I don't recognize the name, but basically I will say that it is, it would be almost like his version of Kratos' spear, but slightly different, and that's all I will say. That is all I will give you when it comes to his new weapon. At least one of them. So, I can't spoil it, okay? I can't spoil it. I cannot spoil it. All I will say is that you'll have to look forward to the video when I talk about some of the changes I would make to his moveset. Yamato he should keep. But if there's one thing that I would say is that, similar to Rebellion and Sparta for Dante, I would give him the ability to have a layout system to swap out certain weapons. I would keep his weapons simple, where you can, like, he wouldn't have too many new ones. I would have it to where he can swap out ones. But unlike Dante, where you can still have all of them at once, Virgil does not have the ability to extend his... I think maybe you can extend it one, but I think you would not have the ability to completely have all your weapons on the thing at once. I feel like that should... we would negate that. I think he should have had his normal double trigger and then fin. Yes, he should have. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. I don't know why he didn't, because there is concept art for it, and they just ultimately cut it for some really dumb reason. I don't know why they just they got rid of it. It didn't make much sense to me. Like the reason it would be like they try to say is like his sin DT becomes his like normal DT and there's no reason for it. I call bull. I think that what they could have done is like slightly tweak, I think what they could have done is have his regular double trigger act as almost like Dante's sin DT, where it's like it's more temporary compared to the permanency of his sin devil trigger. Or you could have like tweaked how the standard devil trigger worked. Then his sin devil trigger should be permanent. Well, I don't. Here's the thing, because like Virgil has like Doppelganger, which they added to his moveset, right? And they also have, I believe, his sin devil trigger and stuff. So you would have like multiple things at once. And I feel like the way they should have done it, and this is like just me, I would have tweaked it if you have his standard devil trigger, you have to because Virgil's main thing is like with his moveset, you're having to hold down buttons to use certain shit. I would have had it to where you could have holded down the devil, like not the devil, because like you have to fuck, you have to hold
tap or hold down certain buttons to do shit. I would have to like look at his moveset and to figure out how to add his double trigger to it in a way that makes sense. Because there has to be some type of way. The only other way I could think of, and this is like the only way that I can think that would make it work, is that you could swap out your doppelganger for your standard double trigger and stuff, and I feel like that's the only way I can see it working. But I really don't like that completely. I feel like that kind of negates things, and I don't like that as much. And for me personally, it kind of like isn't the greatest. Um, um, I feel like there has to be a way of like adding it to the controller to make it work a bit. Um, I don't know how you would tweak the moveset, but I do feel like it is something that can be done. I don't think it's something that's out of the realm of impossibility to like add his sin double trigger, or not sin double, his standard double trigger into the move set that he has in 5. I feel like it's stupid to have it concept art for it and not in a way to use it. I feel like that's one thing that annoys the ever-living shit out of me. Because there has to be a way. I don't know. I feel like they could have moved, like, some people, there's like somebody at Doppelganger already does double damage, but dude, he doesn't, it would be weaker, not worth it. But true, but Virgil lies in being able to use both Findo and Doppelganger at once. I don't know. I feel like they could have like tweaked things. I really want to see the standard double trigger for Virgil. I feel like the best part about him and Dante's fight is like Dante pulls I'm here, I'm just eating. Okay. That he's able to like use both in his fight with Virgil. Like he pops his normal double trigger first, and then he pops his Sin double trigger later on, like in the second phase. I feel like with the Virgil boss fight, it was a missed opportunity in my eyes, and it's something that I would have probably tweaked. If like, and this is something I might, I would probably expand on or whatever. But basically, I would have had it to where the Virgil fight had more stages to it, and I also would have had it to where, and this is just me, I would have had it to where Virgil I don't know, I feel like the biggest problem that I have with the fight, I feel like if his Sin Devil trigger became his normal, it should be fucking... Well, true, but the other thing I have as an issue, and this is just me with the Virgil fight at the end, is that a lot of his moveset outside of... outside of the, what is it fucking called? Outside of Doppelganger, right? Virgil's moveset is pretty much one-to-one with what he already could do in the original Devil May Cry, right? And this is just me, but we've been fighting Urizen throughout the entirety of the damn game, right? And in a lot of ways, that's great. But the one issue that I had with the Virgil fight is that none of V or Urizen make it into the fight in any conceivable way. Like for all the power that Virgil has gotten, everything of what he could do before he does, like everything he did in Devil May Cry 3, he can do in this fight. And to me, as much as I like that, at the same time, it's stupidly frustrating. Because you would think that they would have added... Sorry, I want to tweak this a little bit. There we go. More. Like, a little bit more. Because, like, yes, you get Doppelganger later on. It's the one thing I hate about the fight. Well, what's he going to do? Split himself again? I don't think that would have been something that's not what I would say he could do. I would have liked it outside of Doppelganger. I would have liked him to incorporate more from what we fought previously. Because out of all the fights, Virgil feels a little bit out of place. Because Urizen uses everything that, including his own stuff, from the other demons and stuff, right? I would have liked it if, like, Virgil could have, like, still had elements of that into his fight a little bit more. I'm not saying he could split himself again. Well, true, that's one thing, but I also would have added on to his Doppelganger or his Summon Swords. The biggest issue I have with the Summon Swords is that they're the exact same.
I would have loved it if they would have added on to the summon swords and maybe had new versions. Like, notice how in the Urizen fight, towards the end, he summons these like purple versions of the summon swords, but they're like in the shape of the sword that Cavalier has, right? Why not have different summon swords that sometimes have unique effects? Why not also have another version of the fucking doppelganger that he uses in the fight that basically pulls a holographic version of V and maybe Urizen? Or maybe, like, you know, stuff like that. I feel like that would have added a whole new dimension to things. And even giving him, like, a little bit more of, like, Urizen style stuff as well with some elements of the fight. Like, maybe he does actually use the Beowulf gauntlets, or a modified version of them that looks more Urizen-esque, because when we fight Urizen in the game towards the end, there's one point where he has these like gauntlets that he's using to fist, like throw punches, kick Dante, stuff like that. Where the fuck were those for Virgil? Because apparently they give him the Beowulf gauntlets in the DLC when he lost them previously, so why not find a way to make that make sense, where these gauntlets are something that he picked up in the underworld that aren't the Beowulf gauntlets, but they feel and look like them, but they work a bit differently, you know, and they are kind of a manifestation of what Urizen had when fighting Dante previously. Also, I'm going to be right back. I don't know how long it will stay on screen, but I got to go use the throne. Use the throne real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. But yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of things I think I would add that would have made better sense instead of just copying everything from the fight with Virgil from the original games. I don't know. Fuck. That's alright, I figured. No, thank you. It's alright. Well, either way, it's fine. I'm just freaking exhausted. My leg's killing me. Hurt. It's just sore. Nah, of course you do. Ugh. What did you do on the throne? I didn't. The leg isn't sore because of the throne. It's all right. My leg is sore because I got fucking bit by a spider the other day. Okay. And I don't know when, where, whatever. And basically, today I took a shower, and the hot water must have, like, fucked with it, because it kind of got really reddish and started oozing blackish, yellowish crap. And now it is kind of, like, still red and sore. So that's great. So basically, in other words, fuck my life. Well, go to a doctor. That's the plan if it gets worse. Right now, it's just sore. I'm probably going to fucking do that if it, well, I know. That's something even Mother was saying. What are you, my mother now? Now I got two. Haha, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm going to, trust me. It's just fucking a pain. And I know we don't have too many poisonous spiders, so I don't think it's like, I don't think it would be that bad, because I don't think we have too many. I know. Nag, nagly, nag. I know. Also, for the heck of it, I am checking on my PlayStation 3 real quick. I want to check the PS3 store, because I know sometime in January they're gonna fucking shut it down temporarily to, like, fucking do something, which pisses me off, because it's like, can't you leave the damn shit alone? Like, isn't that fucking hard, man? It's so dumb. I don't know. Hold on, let me turn up the audio on it. And I wish with the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief theme, they fucking would have had the music. I don't know why they fucking don't have, like, the music from the damn movie. Like, that theme, I'm sorry, the theme from the original Percy Jackson, I know that the movies get a lot of shit, but I personally really like the theme. I feel like, I know the writer doesn't like the movies. I know, like, people shit on the movies. I think the movies are alright. Are they perfect? Fuck no. But
I think that the music is probably the best part. Um, um, of the damn thing. Also, I don't know how to change the theme back if I need to. Hold on. It's the one thing I can't. Video settings. Also, I don't know why they have like video settings and shit when you don't. I don't think you can easily record the fucking record videos on the PlayStation 3. That's the one thing I think that annoys me a little bit. I don't think, unlike with PS4 that has like, and PS5, they have a built-in capture system. PS3 doesn't have that. You have to fucking do a bunch of shit to, you know, do all that, which it's fucking dumb. Also, where the fuck is the themes? I want to change this back. Security, remote play, sound, display. Fucking bastard. How do I... The themes should be right over here. I don't know where they're fucking at. Display settings. Oh, it's... No. Sound settings. Where the fuck? That's weird. Where the fuck? I don't want to update right now. Fuck you. Where the fuck is the themes? Hold on. I don't have my phone on me. God damn. Well, good night, man. Sorry I missed your message. I'm probably gonna get off too here in a second, because I think I've got, I didn't really finish the art piece, but I'm probably gonna hop off and get on Discord. I hate updates. Same here. And shit, and probably also look and see if I can figure out how to do something. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. And I'll probably get on Discord and talk to you, Mom. So yeah. Plus, I've been streaming for an hour. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm also gonna try to look up and see how to find the themes so I can change my theme back. So yeah. Theme settings. Background, fonts, themes. Ah, there we go, I think. Original. There we go. Ah, now I got it back to normal. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here, and I will see you on Discord, so. Peace out. Bye-bye for now.